What are Ripple bigger ambitions than replacing SWIFT? How much crypto you must have to work for Ripple? What was the recent development in the Ripple lawsuit? Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out. But first, we are giving away 25 XRP at the end of the month to one random subscriber to start on their XRP journey. All you need to do is to like the video, subscribe and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comments section. Welcome back XRP Army. Let's grow the XRP Lab community by pressing the like button and subscribing to this channel to stay updated at all times. Ashish Birla, General Manager of RippleNet at the Ripple in California, recently had a conversation with journalist Kathy Chu, who is presently Senior Crypto Correspondent for the newsgroup TruthDAO. The General Manager of RippleNet provided a lot of insightful insights in this interview, which was made available to the public on May 26. He made some quite insightful comments, which you really want to go at. I think we have bigger ambitions than replacing SWIFT. So remember, to move money internationally, there are two components. There is a messaging component, but then you actually have to move the funds. That is not what SWIFT does. SWIFT only does the messaging. What was really innovative about crypto and RippleNet is that we do both. We have modernized both. So, using SWIFT for messaging is like using a fax machine today. So, we modernized that using APIs. It is real time. But then we also do the settlement. There is no other solution out there that does both instantly like Ripple. And so, our solution is now a lot bigger than what SWIFT does. I think SWIFT is going to be around for 5 years. It takes a long time to change, like the entire banking system. I mean, upgrading the mainframe at BNY Mellon is probably a couple of $100 million to do, to modernize that so that they can move off of SWIFT. So I think SWIFT is here to stay. I think the most innovative companies today are going to move off of SWIFT, and they are going to use modern technologies like crypto and what we are building at RippleNet, and that is really what is helping us grow. There is really no other alternative to SWIFT that is comprehensive and does more than the one that we built on top of crypto. So I am excited about what is ahead for us. In March, the Clearing House, a well-known Ripple partner, collaborated with Wells Fargo, an American multinational financial services organization, to develop a new instantaneous payment system with the goal of challenging SWIFT's position as the leading global payment network. As part of its efforts to develop CBDCs, Ripple has now joined the Digital European Association, an organization that is well known globally. This could become really big as Ripple was developed to compete with the SWIFT to start with. Also, Ripple Chief Executive Officer, Brad Garlinghouse, has said that an initial public offering would be on the table for consideration after the company legal dispute with the Securities and Exchange Commission has been settled. But what is bigger than replacing SWIFT in the financial industry? What do you think? After suffering a downward trend during the month of May, the cryptocurrency market as a whole, including Ripple, is now through a trend that is moving in a sideways direction. It would seem that the buyers are in a poor position, since each effort to force the price higher was met by supply from the sellers. So, about the technical analysis of XRP, the price of XRP has broken out of its consolidation period, although there has not been a significant increase in volatility. As a direct consequence of this, the remittance token is now trading above a number of support levels, which may prevent it from making further progress south. Since May 13th, the price of XRP has been consolidating for a considerable amount of time, establishing 4 lows that are identical to one another and 5 lows that are lower. When trend lines are used to connect these swing points, the resulting pattern is a descending triangle. By taking the distance between the first swing high and swing low and subtracting it from the breakout point of $0.398, this technical formation estimates that there will be a decline of 13%, bringing the price to $0.345. On May 26, Ripple fell below its lower trend line, which resulted in a negative move all the way down to 0.375, where it established a new equal low. The majority of the altcoin market, on the other hand, has experienced very little gains as a direct result of Bitcoin's low level of volatility. As a result, bears need to maintain their dominance and stop bullish momentum from taking over the XRP price before it is too late. In the event that there is a revival of volatility that goes in favor of bears, the winding up of positions will result in a significant drop. As a result, investors have a need to exercise prudence in order to avoid being carried away in the incorrect path. On the other hand, If the volatility does not materialize, market players may anticipate that the price of XRP will continue to fall and will eventually retest the support level at $0.371 or below. Ripple may reach its objective of $0.345 if negative pressure keeps mounting as it has been doing so recently. What do you think? What will happen? In a recent tweet, Ripple posted a video in which some of its IT employees discuss their experiences working for the business, which is in the process of constructing a worldwide network for the processing of cross-border payments. David Schwartz, the CTO of the business, has remarked that people often ask him how much experience and XRP tokens one needs to have with cryptocurrencies in order to gain a position at Ripple. He made the point that this is completely irrelevant, and as a result, the answer to this question is zero. Even previous experience dealing with blockchain or cryptocurrency is not as crucial as you may think. And every day brings new developments in the legal battle that is being waged between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission. It is not often that one has the opportunity to see two adversaries working together under the same roof. A very exceptional occurrence. A document dated May 27 reveals that the parties have come to an agreement over a fee award in connection with the Met's supplemental report and deposition. In fact, defendant and plaintiff worked together in order to make the necessary payment. Despite this, the amount of the award has not been made public at this time. This new information was brought to our attention on Twitter by a well-known attorney named James Filan. The parties have agreed upon a fee award in connection with the Met supplemental report and deposition, and the Security and Exchange Commission is working with the Ripple defendants to make the required payment. The amount of the award has not been disclosed. It is important to note that Dr. Metz is a witness for the Security and Exchange Commission who would show that Ripple activities had a direct influence on the price of XRP during the sale of the digital currency in 2013. This is something that the Security and Exchange Commission is trying to establish. First, as part of a wider strategy to demonstrate that the Ripple violated the securities laws of the United States of America. The responses that members of the cryptocurrency community had to this new information were rather fascinating. Some people considered this price to be nothing more than a waste of their tax money, while others just want to conclude this dispute as quickly as time would allow for it. Well, was there any relief for Ripple? Yes, many who owned XRP had hoped that the legal dispute would be resolved as quickly as possible. However, it is not the case at all in this case. According to the most current time frame that was discussed by the lawyer, they would have to wait until the next year. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Kindly note that the prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered financial advice. Do conduct your due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.